Where did I stop? Here. That oil field had been only a rocky patch in the mountains of Colorado, given up as exhausted long ago. Alice Wyatt's father had managed to squeeze an obscure living to the end of his days out of the dying oil wells. Now it was as if somebody had given a shot of adrenaline to the heart of the mountain. The heart had started pumping, the black blood had burst through the rocks. Of course, it's blood, too, thought Eddie Willers, because blood is supposed to feed, to give life, and that is what white oil had done. It had shocked empty slopes of ground into sudden existence. It had brought new towns, new power plants, new factories to a region nobody had ever noticed on any map. New factories, thought Eddie Willers, at a time when the freight revenues from all the great old industries were dropping slowly year by year, a rich new oil field at a time when the pumps were stopping in the famous field after another. A new industrial state where nobody had expected anything but cattle and beets. Beets, the bureki. One man had done it, and he had done it in 8 years. This, thought Eddie Willers, was like the stories he had read in school books and never quite believed, the stories of men who had lived in the days of the country's youth. He wished he could meet Alice Wyatt. There was a great deal of talk about him, but few had ever met him. He seldom came to New York. This is the reason. They said he was 33 years old and had a violent temper. Violent. He had discovered some way to revive exhausted oil wells, and he had proceeded to revive them. Elias Wyatt is a greedy bastard who's after nothing but money, said James Taggart. It seems to me that there are more important things in life than making money. I think so as well. What are you talking about, Jim? What has that got to do with the... Besides, he's double-crossed us. Double-crossed, мабуть, перебити. We served the white oil fields for years, most adequately. In the days of Old Man White, we ran a tank train a week, each week. Tank train. Container. These are not the days of Old Man White, Jim. The Phoenix Durango runs 2 tank trains a day down there, and it runs them on schedule. If he had given us time to grow along with him, he has no time to waste. What does he expect? What we drop all our, that we drop all our other shippers, sacrifice the interests of the whole country, and give him all our trains? Why no? He doesn't expect anything. He just deals with the Phoenix Durango. I think he's a destructive, unscrupulous ruffian or ruffian. I have to check it out. Unfamiliar word. I think he's an irresponsible upstart who's been grossly overrated. It was astonishing to hear a sudden emotion in James Taggart's lifeless voice. I'm not so sure that these oil fields are such a beneficial achievement. It seems to me that he's dislocated the economy of the whole country. Nobody expected Colorado to become an industrial state. How can we have any security of plan anything if everything changes all the time? Good God, Jim, Yes, I know, he's making money. But what? That is not the standard, it seems to me, by which one gogs a man value to society. Gog to gog. Thank you.